Cagatay Guler in Ankara. He's a foreign policy analyst at the SETA Foundation. These protests appear to show just how divisive this election's become. How much support does the opposition have?
So, yeah, as you said, I should say Armenia is very polarized at the moment after the defeat they took during the Second Karabakh War. So, according to the polls, 40% of the voters are not willing to vote. They are not going to polls, and there is an ongoing turmoil, a political turmoil in the country. So, compared to previous elections, where Pashinyan received 70%, Pashinyan's party received 70% of the votes. In this election, I personally expect a very competitive elections where the two leaders will come forward, one of which is former President Robert Kocharyan and the acting Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. So considering today's pro-Pashinyan demonstrations, I will say Pashinyan still preserves most of its supports. It wouldn't be as much as the one he received after the Velvet Revolution. However, he may still get the majority of the votes. The other candidate, Robert Kocharyan, has a very negative image because of having bribes and corruptions, actually having investigations of those accusations. It is better, I believe it is better for Azerbaijan and Turkey to see a loser and a predictable prime minister like Pashinyan.
Yeah, I mean, Nikol Pashinyan sounds like he's taken a gamble calling this snap election so close to the end of the war he lost with Azerbaijan. But, I mean, whoever wins, do you think, can we expect to see a shift or any shift in the regional politics or in relations in that region?
In terms of relations with Azerbaijan and Turkey, I do not believe neither side would want to pursue good neighborly relations with Azerbaijan or Turkey by putting aside the consequences of the Second Karabakh War. So in terms of Turkey and Azerbaijan, I wouldn't expect a difference between Kocharyan or Pashinyan. But in terms of other major powers like United States and Russia, I very much expect a difference. So it specifically depends on the candidate. If Kocharyan wins, he said he will take out the organizations related to Soros. And he said he has better ties with the current president, Sarkisyan, and so as the Russian oligarchs in the country. So therefore, I believe he will pursue more pro-Russian foreign policy if he gets elected. On the other side, Pashinyan wouldn't wait on Moscow. Rather, he will try to preserve his ties with the Western countries, such as France and United States, and which again will be very problematic due to domestic balance and the pro-Russian politicians and bureaucrats in the country, because during the Second Karabakh War, because of Pashinyan's very much on United States and Western countries, Russia refrained to intervene in the war directly. So that's one of the reasons why Russia interfered in a very late time. So I believe if Pashinyan gets elected, nothing will be changed in terms of foreign policy, I would say.
Okay, Mehmet, thank you. Mehmet Cagatay Guler there joining us from Ankara. Thank you for your insight.